أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وبه نستعين فإنه خير ناصر ومعين. Today is 26 September 2010 and we are discussing, we are in the session number 4 of Marefatul Nafs series 1. Marefatul Nafs 1. This is the second time we are having Marefatul Nafs 1. So Marefatul Nafs 1, series 2, session number 4. That's fine. That's for me to understand what I'm doing. And also what I will, if any of you who want to listen to the audio lectures, make sure you put your email address on your paper, so that I send you an email, I give you a link so that you can download this audio tape and listen to it again for also the session number 1, 2, 3 and this one 4. So the other thing that I just told you, we are going to more real serious stuff. That means they are. Can you see why this gets on interrupted? And it's more challenging. I've brought you a video clip which is really challenging video clip. I have really been very surprised. So much so that my wife is witness. I read some of your answers to her and said, look, these guys, they have understood so well the concepts, the ideas. These concepts and ideas are not easy. You're learning them, but they are not something, it's not the cup of tea for everyone. It's not everyone's cup of tea. So I was very, very impressed with your performance of learning. So inshallah, that made me to jump to a higher level of intellectual stuff. Because you guys are all intellectual, aren't you? What does intellectual mean? Sorry? Human. Yes, exactly. Intellectual means that your human soul is there. So I want to boast in front of my wife today for you. So she sees what the students I have. Anyway, one of the things that we want to talk today, and it's very important to understanding of the whole life around. The whole life around has got this issue built in it. What is that issue? Whatever we see, it has got a reality and it has got an appearance. Reality, appearance. Right? Ibrahim, are you with me? So whatever you see has got a reality and appearance. What does that mean? Means, masalan, example, you are seeing me, right? My appearance is, please, who is making that noise? So the appearance of me is, I've got a white jacket on, I've got so much of height, I've got so much of width. These are my appearance, right? Appearance means what? Appearance is what you're seeing. I've got some gray hair, some black hair, I've got a bit of gray, a lot of gray beard, right? All of these are my appearance. So I'm referring to my appearance. But I want you to understand, I'm going to ask you this. All these appearances, how do you detect this appearance? My height, my color. I might smell, right? I've used perfume. If you can even smell me, right? And you can see me when I'm talking, you can hear me. These are all my appearance. Are you detecting the appearance of me? What is detecting that?
Your senses.
Ahsan, big. Loud salawat for it. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. It is our senses which is detecting all my appearance. So, do you remember what senses were faculties and tools of which nafs? Animal nafs. Ahsan. So, then from those 4 nafses in you, which one is detecting my appearance? Ahsan. So it is your animalistic soul, your animalistic nafs, which is seeing my appearance. Because we discussed about it, our 5 senses, touching, smelling, seeing, hearing, tasting. Right? These 5 are working for our animal soul. Are they working for our human soul? No. At least not these eyes. So who are they working for? Ahsan, animal soul. So, who is seeing the appearance? Here. That's fine. Be with me. So, who is then Who are those senses working for? Animal soul. That means in you, that animal soul in you is seeing my appearance. Is it not? Right? You all agree? So basically what we come across, what we learn is the appearance is always detected and known by senses, by our animal soul. Animal soul cannot see animal, and even animal outside us, normal animals, they cannot see anything other than the appearance of the things. An animal, a cow on a grass sees the color of the grass, can taste it when it eats it, he can smell it, he can touch it, right? All of these things. But would the cow know how this grass is grown? Would he know? No. Who would know that in the creatures of Allah? Ahsan Ibrahim. Who? Ahsan, human being. What in human being can see that? What?
Your animalistic soul and your human soul.
No. What in a human can realize that how is the grass grown? Brain? No. Brain is part of the body.
Human soul can detect.
Ahsan, that intellectual soul. We called it in divine intellectual soul. That is the divine intellectual soul in a human being who can detect, who can know, who would come to learn how that grass is grown. Is it not? If that human soul, let's put it this way. Do you remember last week I asked you a question, or the week before, what is the difference between an animal and human? And you rightly, most of you answered that ability of thinking and those type of things, getting close to Allah, those are the separate human being from an animal. So if you switch that off in yourself, what remains in you? Animalistic soul and plantic soul, right? Then are you able to also learn and see how the grass grows? No. So what in this very little short conversation we will learn two important things. That's two important things. Shiraga. Those two important things we learn today is that animal soul of us can only deal with the zahir and appearance of the things. Has no ability to know the reality of anything. Right? And our human or divine intellectual soul has got the ability to deal with the reality of things. Okay? Masalan, for example, you look at least we make a good use of Saddam. Even in the hereafter he can say, I was used in a good manner as well. Because he didn't have a good use anyway. So, an example of Saddam. Let's say Saddam, when he was younger, and was more handsome and good looking, right? And someone looking at him and seeing what he was seeing, oh, such a nice, smart, khushbu we say in Farsi, nice smell, he's using good perfumes, and saw how tall he is. All of this, someone is saying at him. What that person has understood from Saddam?
Just his appearance.
Ahsan, just the appearance of it. Right? Next time I ask you. So that person has only seen the appearance of Saddam. But Saddam being so cruel, zalim, unjust, killing, criminal, all of those things are still in Saddam. But can he see it from outside, from the appearance? No. Can we? What can see Ibrahim from that of him? What from us can see the reality of Saddam, that he's criminal and he's unjust? Ahsan, our human soul. It's our intellectual human soul who can see the reality of Saddam. How? Ahsan, by seeing the things he has done and analyzing and understanding. Isn't it? He sees. Yes, that's right. You're right. That's the reason of it. But what? Yeah, we have got some similarities to Allah. He has given us His Asma'ullah, His good names. Yes, you're right. That is the reason of it. But we are talking about what it does, the function of it. You're right. So we will get to that fact later on. So what happens when you say the question? Good question by Zulaykha. How would our intellectual soul, which is our human soul, realize Saddam is criminal or not? She asked the question.
When someone does something, you look at their actions, and then you're able to process it, and then decide whether it's a good action or a bad action.
Son.
Then you'll be able to.
Exactly. So you see the actions of the person, you put them together, you ponder upon it, and then you club it and say, okay, these things are haywani, these are animalistic, because animal also does that. Animal wants dominance, animal wants to do unjust, animal wants to have more shahwat and desire. So they say, no, he cannot be a human. He is an animal. That's how our human soul knows. So we learn this, because even Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in one of saying of Prophet is, "Oh Allah, show me the reality of the things." What does that mean? That means open my intellectual soul. When Prophet says to Allah, "Oh Allah, show me the reality of things," that means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is, Prophet sallallahu is saying, he also needs to use his intellectual soul to be able to see the reality of the things. So the reality of things are detected and seen by intellectual soul, and the appearance of the things, which is dimensions, taste, and those things which are detected by senses, are detected by animalistic soul. So you see how important is to learn this. Yes, Zulaykha.
Question should I ask?
If you can keep it till late, end of it, keep it. Okay. So basically, these things that we learned, that everything has a reality and has got appearance, plays a big role in one's life. Why? What happens when people do sinning? It is when people allow their animal soul to override their whole being. Because our whole being, when we look at our plantic soul cannot take over our whole being. Because plantic soul is responsible for growth and feeding, which is doing its job, cannot do more than this. But then it comes to animal soul. Animal soul is responsible for all our desires and wants and wishes and whims. Then it goes to human soul, that is responsible for our thinking and intellectual stuff. And who remembers when the first session I told you, what is the intellectual soul doing for us?
Keeping us close to Allah.
Ahsan. Intellectual soul takes us close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it is important that we realize the moment we see something beautiful in life, we come across a lot of it. You go and see hamburger, oh, so tasty, looks sizzling and juicy, and you feel all your animal senses is telling you it's beautiful. You have to eat it. What stops you?
Your human soul.
Yeah, but what is that who stops you? That your intellectual soul, not from the souls, right? From your four souls, it is your intellectual souls who tells you, come on, you are, because that is your intellectual soul who is talking to you. Say, wait, this is only the appearance of it. Let's see what is the reality of it. Then that is although you do it very quickly, you do not even realize that you are doing. You're doing this process, but immediately your intellectual soul intervenes and say, wait a minute, Saeed, this hamburger, you cannot eat it unless you know it is halal, unless you know it is not najis, unless it is, it's yours. A lot of other instructions come from my intellectual soul and suppress my animal soul. Say, hey, in Farsi, when we want to address an animal, we say, hey. Say, hey, stop. So it suppresses my animal desires. So in our life, a lot of these things happen. We go out, masalan, for instance, we go out and we go to a shop. Can you tell them to fix this? Tell commentaries. So when you go to a shop, right? Okay, you listen to me. Please, all of you listen to me. Forget about that. When you go to a shop, you go and see a very nice booklet, a nice book or calendar is in a stationery shop. It's so beautiful. Your animal soul tells you, yes, you want this. I want this. It's so useful. I can do this. But immediately Thank you. Is that the reason? Oh, okay. Thank you, Commissioner. So immediately your human intellectual, your intellectual, divine intellectual soul intervenes and says, wait, is it yours? You cannot just take it like that. You have to pay for it, this. Or you go and see a very nice blouse or t-shirt or something in the shop. You love to have it. All your animalistic senses tell you, take it. It's very beautiful. Immediately, intervention of intellectual soul stops you. Right? Or when we go out, especially in your young ages, like you go out, you see someone who is handsome, a boy who is handsome, right? It is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created us like that. Has created us like that in this age. We go out and we see a handsome guy. We come to Ocean and we see a handsome guy. Your animal soul is, oh, this is great, because Allah has given us that sense. We want that sense of opposite sexes. They like each other, very much so. So what stops us from, what interferes here?
Our human soul itself.
Yes, our intellectual divine soul or our human soul interferes again. It says, wait a minute, to tell to the animal side. You cannot, okay, it's fine. If you have liked someone by face, that's fine. There is no problem in seeing someone and liking him by their face. Or for opposite, for boys seeing a girl, the same, right? There is no problem in that in itself. The nature of it is something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us. But at the same time, Allah has given that intellectual souls to tell us, wait, I mean, many of these people could be on the street. You cannot just see everyone say, yes, you like this, you like this, you like that, you like that. What should we do? We should say, okay, I'm still 14 or 15 years old, I have to study, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when it comes the time, the right time, and everything is ripe, someone suitable for me, inshallah I'll marry with him. Or the other side, the boy says, I will marry with her. So that is the intervention of the human soul. So we have to be careful that the reality of things do not deceive us. Everything has got the appearance of the things. Everything has got a reality and has got an appearance. Always, if anyone tells me this, I give him 1 extra mark. And I give 15 seconds for the answer. Which Quranic creature, that creature is mentioned in the Quran, uses the appearance to deceive you? Ahsan. Was it difficult? Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. So, what is the job of Shaytan? It's very important. You send me an email, so remind me to give you that extra mark, okay? So I keep raising questions like that every now and then, so that we give extra marks to me. So, as per Quran has said that Shaitan will ornament things for us. How does Shaitan deceive us? Can Shaitan come and, yes?
He manipulates you.
Sorry?
He manipulates you.
No, you're right, but my context of my talk was this. This is the answer, my answer. Shaitan does not take my hand, force me here, come and say, take this from the shop and put it in your pocket and go. Does he do that? What does he do? He makes it, the work of Shaitan is he makes it look nice, because the appearance of it is nice. Always Shaitan makes the appearance of things looking good to us. This is as per Quran. Quran does zinat. In Arabic they call it zinat. He makes everything look good. Even, I tell you, even it comes to other things. It's not only stealing things. It comes to, masalan, you know something bad about one of your friends. She has done something bad. You say it in front of everyone. You want to say it, and then your intellectual soul interferes, says, do not say the secret of your friend. She has done a sin, maybe she has repented. But then immediately the same Shaitan comes to you, no, come on, you have to embarrass her so that she doesn't do it anymore. See, Shaitan makes it look something really good and religious to you. That if you disreputate your friend in front of so many people, that is good for her, it's good for her future. This is work of Shaitan. Whereas we know, it's not good to say the sin of the people in front of other people. It's not our business, it's their own business. So, or things like that. What I'm going to say is Shaitan make everything make the appearance of things good for us. And then, because of that, we do things, we justify things for ourselves, we steal things, God forbid. We we eat things which are haram. Some of our friends bring something at the school, and then it's so sizzling hamburger and juicy and good smell, and we're hungry and you don't know what to do. And Shaitan says, oh come on, doesn't matter, just one piece, one bite, it's okay. So then you do tawbah afterwards. These are the way that Shaitan makes things look to us easy. And say, mashallah, Allah, alhamdulillah, Allah is so forgiving. You can do any guna, any sin, and then you just do repent. Who does that for us? Who makes that look like that? Shaitan. So did you see the relationship? It's very important you understand. The relationship of zahir and appearance and animalistic soul and shaitan. See how they are related to each other? Zahir and appearance is known and detected by animalistic soul. Animalistic soul is strengthened by overdoing the things, overeating, overwanting, overdreaming of the things that we want. And that creates a strong shaitan in us. And shaitan, what does shaitan do? Shaitan makes the appearance, the look of it, look nice to you. Doesn't matter, say, take this, put it in your pocket. Who knows, you can go and do tawbah, inshallah. Allah forgive you. He doesn't put you in hell just for $1,000 mobile. Does he? Yes, he does. Exactly. That's if we get deceived by shaitan, that's what he will do to us. So anyway, let me see how much I've talked. 21 minutes. I think that's probably, I'll talk another 3-4 minutes, then I put the video clip for you. Video clip is very much challenging. It's very much related to our talk today, and I want you to get the core of it and understand it, and then answer the question. Let me just see if I have not missed anything. So everything has got an appearance and reality. Appearance and reality. Animal soul can only detect it.
Was there speakers today?
The speakers?
Or laptop?
No. Wow. Sorry?
Put the microphone next to the laptop.
I put no. Then what? How do I talk to them then? No. No, I do something. Don't worry. I do something for you. Anyway, so... So listen. Finished. We are to finish our talk. Please, can I have your attention? You got bored? You didn't got bored? You got bored? So someone said, yes, I want to make sure. If anyone is bored, I can walk off. Doesn't matter. I don't want to impose myself on you guys. So whenever you thought I'm imposing myself, tell me, send me an email. I'll stop classes. Honestly. Okay, so the stronger, this is an important conclusion, the stronger the animal soul becomes, this is the juice of my talk today. The stronger the animal soul becomes, the stronger the shaitan is. And the stronger the shaitan is, your shaitan, because we all have different shaitans in us. The stronger our shaitan is, the easier he takes us to hell. So, to avoid it, what should we do to avoid being deceived by shaitan? Yes. That's a very general thing, you're right. It does work, but in technical terms, yes.
Knowing about Allah.
That's again, right answer, but it's not my answer. Yes, Father.
I'm working more on our intellectual go.
Ahsan, very good. Allah salawat for her. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. So what do we have to do? We have to let our intellectual soul take over. When we give the space to our animal soul, we are bound to be deceived. How do we give a space to our animal soul? That is, whatever you see the appearance of it looks good, you want it. That's the way you make your animal soul. So you see a very nice smelling kebab. You're not hungry. You have eaten food. You go home and you see your mom has cooked kebab. Yeah, make the kebab. Oh, beautiful. You cannot miss it. So you start to eat. While you're hungry, you are not hungry, you eat. You are not thirsty, you drink. Right? And you have got so many good clothes, you still want another clothes, you want another shoes, you want another this, you want another that. So all of this, I will show you later on, inshallah, if I can see same good understanding of you, if I see from you. I bring you some more documentaries made by the BBC, British themselves, to show how they use our animal soul to make us all go to hell. You don't know that? I'll show you later. Yes, Khaled.
Our animal soul isn't entirely
Ahsan. Very good point. I want to add, please send me a mark. I want to add, give one more extra mark to Fadak. She not only raised a good point, she reminded me I should have said that. It is a very important thing. Fadak, send me an email, okay? Remind me, I give you your extra mark. That animal soul is not something bad. It's something very important and useful. Remember we discussed, without animal soul we cannot even live, can we? I raised this question last 2 weeks ago. I said, can we assume a human being without animal soul? No, it's not possible. That's not anymore a human. So animal soul is very important and we need it, but it must be under the control of Ahsan, our intellectual soul. Bar Muhammad wa al-Muhammad, salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa al-Muhammad.